Good morning. Looks like we are live. The connection struggled a bit this morning, but I think it's all good now. A very good morning to you. Right. Our teacher this week is Jack Canfield. Hey, Anthony, good to see you, man. And our theme for this morning, the theme that Jack Canfield speaks about this morning, is purpose. What is purpose? So let's get into it. It took me quite a few minutes to get this connection to work. It's actually time to get the meditation started, but let's get through the quotes quickly. The first one from Jack Canfield says that each of us is born with a life purpose. Each of us is born with a life purpose. Identifying, acknowledging, and honoring this purpose is perhaps the most important action that successful people take. Hey, Sunmuddy and Charlene, good morning, good to see you. Identifying, acknowledging, and honoring this purpose is perhaps the most important action that successful people take, says Jack Canfield. He says, I used to define success as being able to produce any result you wanted, whether it was a relationship, weight loss, being a millionaire, impacting the culture, changing society, whatever it might be. But lately I've realized that success is fulfilling your soul's purpose. Estelle, good morning. It's good to see you. So Jack Canfield says he's come to the realization that the definition of success is fulfilling your soul's purpose. Expressing what your soul's purpose is. Anything that is motivated from fear will ultimately take you down the wrong road, lead you into a cul-de-sac. Anything motivated from purpose, from joy, from love will take you on an evolutionary path to greater and greater happiness. To be on purpose means you're doing what you love to do, doing what you're good at, accomplishing what's important to you. When you truly are on purpose, the people, resources, and opportunities you need naturally gravitate toward you. And the last thought on purpose before we get started is, I believe if everyone fulfilled their deepest life purpose, then the world would work perfectly. It's kind of saying if everyone was motivated by their soul's purpose rather than motivated by fear, and it's we could be doing the same thing. We have to put a roof over our heads. What are you doing to put the roof over your head? Are you doing it in fear? Because if I don't do this job, I won't have a roof over my head. Or are you fulfilling your soul's purpose, and in the process of that, putting a roof over your head? It's a completely different energy to live in. Hey Pat, good morning. Last thought again, I believe if everyone fulfilled their deepest life purpose, the world would work perfectly. Today's meditation is called Finding Inner Wisdom. Let's listen to what's inside. I don't want you to necessarily jump to any conclusions about what comes up for you, but let's just say, let your purpose speak to you. Let your purpose speak to you. And I have a couple of questions to help that speak to you. Again, don't jump to conclusions, but it might be interesting to investigate what your purpose is by letting it speak to you. If you're ready, here we go. Hey, Vivian, you're just in time. You can close your eyes and let's float away, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in. And out. A deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue with the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill your belly with air, make yourself a little bit taller. Once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. Soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. Let every exhale be softer than the one before. Our journey today is one of listening to your soul, letting your soul speak, bringing yourself to sit at the feet of your soul. We can, of course, always have access to listening to our soul speak. And in order to do that, we've got to acknowledge what are the things that prevent us from listening to our soul speak. One of it is not being present. When in our mind we are stuck in the past or somewhere in the future, and we're listening to all the fears of the past speak. And they're loud. They make it hard to hear the whisper of our soul. Or when we are standing in the past looking at the future through that lens of the past. And even in the future, we've got loud fears, anxieties, drowning out the soft whisper of our soul. With every breath, as you exhale and soften, put down whatever you might be carrying. Step out of the past into the present. If there are noisy parts, noisy voices speaking, ask them to sit down for the moment. Let's all sit and listen together to our soul speak. With every exhale, as you soften your body, step out of anxiety about the future and step into now. See yourself softening enough to sit at the feet of your soul. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our body to stretch, adjust, and settle down into the next part of meditation. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles, doing big half circles to the left and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward, big slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards. Big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Just curve your spine into the shape of a C, or into the shape of a banana on the left and also on the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. From this beautiful place of presence, we can turn inwards, dive deep inside, and find ourselves sitting at the feet of our soul, listening. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and invite softness to every place in your body. Take a deep breath in follow the downwards flow. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep into your belly, and it invites you to follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs, and as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a long, slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, are you able to hold your breath and also soften? As you take your next big breath, as you hold, really soften into you. Feel yourself drop into you. See yourself sitting at the feet of your soul. Take your next big breath. It is helpful to not use your brain to try and manufacture answers. We're going to be asking questions and see if you can completely let the question go. Ask the question and let it float away. An answer will come to you or not. Allow your soul to speak and simply be curious, not desperate. Don't jump to conclusions about the answers, but it may illuminate something you were not aware of, or it may help you remember what you have forgotten. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, take this question with you. Sit in front of your soul and ask, and then let the question float away. Be open and playful, and allow whatever surfaces to surface. With your next big breath, it's the question. As a child, what did you see yourself doing as a grown-up? As a child, what did you see yourself doing as a grown-up? Take your next big breath. We'll laugh for the same one again. Remind yourself of your childhood images when you looked at yourself growing up. As a child, what did you see yourself doing as a grown-up? Take your next big breath. For the next one, for the next question, take a look at all of the things that you do. All of the activities that you perhaps do daily, weekly, or maybe some activities in the past, activities from a few years ago, or from a decade or two ago. And here's the question. What activity is there? Something you do or something you used to do that would make you forget to eat? What activity is there that you do or used to do, which when you're busy doing this, time flies without you noticing? What activity makes you forget time? That's the question. Take your next big breath. And again, as you take your next big breath, What activity makes you forget time? Take your next big breath. What are you avoiding for fear of embarrassment? What is something you want to do or try, but you're not doing or trying it because you're a little bit scared of being embarrassed? You don't want to look silly. You don't want to be judged. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, this is the question. What am I avoiding for fear of embarrassment? Take your next big breath. Try the same question again. What am I avoiding for fear of embarrassment? Take your next big breath. Next question to ask as you sit at the feet of your soul. What am I willing to struggle for? What am I willing to do difficult things for? Or a different way to ask the same question is, even if I didn't get paid for it, even if I had to do it for free, what is it that I'd still want to do? Take your next big breath. willing to struggle for? What is there that even if it sucks while you're doing it, something deep inside of you is determined to do this, wants to do this? Take your next big breath. And the last question. Be cautious with this one. It might be difficult to know when you ask this question, who answers? Is it the inner child? Is it a wounded inner child answering this question? Or is it your soul? It's a valid question to ask because it could be very illuminating. But the answer could also feel like self-judgment. Be warned. Be open about this one. It's still a valid question though. As you take your next big breath and as you dive deep into you, the question is, if the child you saw what you did today, what would she be disappointed at? If the child in you saw what you did today, what would he or she be disappointed at? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness into every fiber of your being. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There's no more attention on your breathing. You can just sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll share with you words from Jack Canfield, again in these last few minutes that we have. Each of us is born with a life purpose. Identifying, acknowledging, and honoring this purpose is perhaps the most important action that successful people take. To be on purpose means you're doing what you love to do. You're doing what you're good at. You're accomplishing what is important to you. When you truly are on purpose, the people, resources, and opportunities you need naturally gravitate toward you. There's just a minute of silence left. For the moment, I'll leave you with what are the answers, the reflections that came to you. Don't jump to conclusions about the answers or lack of answers you receive, but use it as a way to illuminate what's there. See if you learned something you might not have been aware of, or maybe remembered something you might have forgotten. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this journey. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for getting better at listening to my soul. Learning to recognize everything that speaks in me. Recognize the voice of fear. Recognize the wounded child. And in learning how to listen to all of these voices, learning which is my soul. Where is it that the wisdom is? Learning to recognize that part. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for an extra little bit of clarity this morning. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for being reminded of what I might have forgotten. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us in today's journey. Thank you for taking yourself to sitting at the feet of your soul. It's something we can get better at. There's a deep wisdom in each of us, and it can become easier and easier at listening to it. But we have to also learn what else is there, so we know which parts are not our soul speaking. Thanks Nella and Annie and Craig for popping in, and Gabrielle this morning, good to see you. Thank you Sun Muddy. Maggie, I just saw your face as well. Good morning, it's good to see you. And everyone else there. We had a nice full group this morning. Thanks Anthony and Pat and Estelle and Vivian and whoever else I might not see in the background. Charlene, thank you so much for being here. Have a good day. Colette, it's good to see you. Have a beautiful day, everyone. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.